Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm doing a video today showing you guys what we've got in the garden growing, some of the stuff we got in the house, and I'm going to be doing a dessert, an Amish blueberry cake. It's absolutely amazing using basic pantry ingredients, so I hope you'll stay with me, see what's going on in the garden, what we're doing in the kitchen, and y'all, it's a beautiful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. After you watch it, you guys have an awesome day. Let's get going. So guys, here it is. This is what I was talking about in the intro, what we are getting out of the garden right now. This is what our little homestead is producing. There's still a whole lot more to go, like I said, we've already finished with the broccoli, and the only really cold crop you'd say we have left is we do have some more cabbage out there. I picked this to do something with it because it was already splitting, which I knew it was it was ready. I should have picked it earlier, but let me show you. This is what I got with my eggs. These are my girls. I'm not getting very many eggs a day. I'm checking it several times a day. We don't know if there's a snake out there. We don't know if this heat that's been so bad has slowed them down. I don't know, but y'all, I have 20-some chickens. This is all the eggs I got in my house right now. Not good. We're working on that. The potatoes, we're digging potatoes as we need them. And there are all kinds of them. They're ready. This is the Kennebec. This is the russet. They look a little odd this year, the Kennebec. They look very old. I can't figure that out. Don't know what's going on with that. So there's the potatoes and peppers. Now, I've showed you in another video how I was picking the flowers, the buds off of the peppers. Well, if you look here, you can tell I missed quite a few. I'm like, well, we're not going to let these get away, so I went ahead and picked a little bit of them. Here's a tiny one, and I guess here's the big one. Literally, they grow almost overnight, y'all. They seriously do, because I thought I went out there, and then a day later, they're there. I missed these, so this is what we got here, and there's a lot more producing, but I'm still trying to let the plants get about waist length, get a little bushier, so they'll get bigger. These are supposed to turn red. We'll see. Onions. The onions are starting to lay down. I went ahead and picked some that you can tell they need to be cured, but this doesn't matter because I'm going to use these fresh. Otherwise, they wouldn't have this, or, you know, they wouldn't have this down here, the roots on it. But these were some onions that had the tops laying over, and I'm like, y'all, if I'm going to do potatoes and onions, I want to use mine. I want to use my potatoes and my onions and throw some peppers in there. So this right here is going to be a really good dish. Throw some sausage, kielbasa, something in it. And then over here, there's the cabbage. Could throw some cabbage in there too. Yeah, we can make a whole meal between the cabbage, the onions, the peppers, and the, what do you call it? Potatoes. Throw in some scrambled eggs if we want it. Doubt it. I'm saving those for hubby's breakfast. Also, what is coming in, y'all, I've got all my zinnias. They're starting to come in now. They're looking gorgeous. I'm picking them probably every other day now. And that way, because the more you deadhead them or cut them off, you can bring them in the house, enjoy them. They also start making more flowers, so that's important to do. Blueberries. Yes, y'all, this is a huge colander. I don't know if you could tell or not. This is a huge colander of blueberries. They're coming. I'm picking this right now every other day, and this is a lot of blueberries. You can tell sometimes you pick some that ain't ripe or whatever, but I'm actually going to fixing to show you the recipe. Like I said in the description, I'm going to make what is called an Amish what do you call it? Amish blueberry cake. It's amazing. My daughter got it. She's had this recipe for like over 10-15 years. She found it in a library book. It's amazing. And like I said, the cabbage. So this is pretty much everything that's coming in right now. We still have the tomatoes out there, cucumbers, squash. Oh, what else we got going on out there? I can't think right now. Cucumbers, squash, tomatoes, all those will start coming in within the next few weeks. Tomatoes will take a little longer. And I did want to show you one thing right here. I think my husband is finally understanding when I talk about clearance items. He has been looking, obviously he goes in there to the store near his work, and he found this. He found a lot of mustard that was marked down, y'all. Look at here. Marked down to 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents for this one. Now you can tell it says the expiration so can go out on it. It's nothing wrong with it, y'all. This stuff will last forever. So anyway, he's learning. So let me go ahead, give you a scan again. This is what we got growing in our garden. Let me go ahead and get this recipe going with this Amish blueberry cake. Y'all, it's amazing. And like I said, it takes basic pantry ingredients. So let me go ahead and go over the recipe for this Amish blueberry cake. Like I said, it's basic pantry ingredients, things most people already have on hand. 2 cups of self-rising flour, 2 cups of blueberries, 1 egg, 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of oil, and a 1/2 cup of milk. That's all going to be mixed together. Let me just show you. But over here, you're going to be making the crumb topping that goes on this. And you want to do it ahead of time. Let me go ahead and tell you what you need for that. For the crumb topping, you need 1/4 cup of softened butter that's been left out a while soft, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. You just mix it all together till you get this like crumb topping texture, because that's what's going to be on top. So the first thing you want to do is to get your sugar. And let me go ahead and switch. And you also, for this size, this cake, you're going to need an 8 by 11 rectangle dish, square dish, whatever, because this isn't, the recipe comes out perfectly in an 8 by 11 dish. Grease that and preheat your oven to 350. First thing you want to do is to get your cup of sugar. Go ahead and pour it inside your bowl, whatever. Take your 1 egg, crack, put in. This whole recipe, by the way, will be in the description box. To that, you add your 1/4 cup of oil, and you want to go ahead and get this and mix it all together. You're just going to mix it all together. You're going to cream it. Doesn't take too long to do that. Okay, it does though if you got a bunch of clumped sugar in there, which I seem to have right now. Okay, after that, you got this right here. You're going to go ahead and add your 1/2 cup of milk, which of course, oh good night, I've already got a mess. Add your milk in there. Stir that up as well. Now you may need to add a little bit more milk, so go ahead and have some ready just in case. But this is a very thick batter. Okay, to that you go ahead and you add, after that's mixed up, it'll look like this. Okay, to that you're going to go ahead and get your 2 cups of self-rising flour. I haven't sifted it yet. I'm using this right here. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in here. And go ahead and sift it. Gets out any lumps. Makes it absolutely perfect. Okay, get in there. Do that. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to stir this around as well. And then we're going to just add our blueberries. Y'all, that's how simple this recipe is. It's so simple. Things I'm sure most people have around their pantries anyway. Because like I said, it is kind of thick. It is kind of thick. So I might have to go and add just a tad bit of milk. It's a little thicker than I want because I don't want it doing that quite. So I'm going to get my milk over here. Excuse my leaning over. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of milk. Not a lot, just a little bit. And kind of mix it into. And to that, all I'm going to do now, y'all, is to get my blueberries. Get that mixed in a little more. Get my 2 cups of blueberries. Pour them in and fold them in gently. Now sometimes you can, a lot of recipes say that you can get your blueberries and put flour on them to keep them from sinking. This recipe, this dough, this whatever you want to call it, this mixture is so thick that I find the berries do not sink to the bottom because it is so thick. Yeah. So, yeah, see, you can tell this almost looks like a cookie dough. Okay, so here we go right here. This is what it's going to look like with all those yummy berries, and I'm making a mess. That's good. I always do. Get off there. That's good. So I'm going to take this, get my 8 by 11-inch pan. I'm going to go ahead and take this dough that's in here. I call it a dough. It's a cake batter, but it's really thick, y'all. It's like so incredibly thick. Get this dumped in here. And of course, I make a mess while I'm doing this. It's just the way it goes. Yeah, get a mess on here. I'm going to go ahead and spread this around like this. See, that's why most of the time the blueberries, they don't sink. Because like I said, this is such an incredibly thick dough. I keep saying dough, but it's supposed to be a cake batter. It's a very thick cake batter. Just kind of go around and get as evenly distributed as you can. Oh, good night. And it doesn't really matter. It's just going to liquefy and cook anyway. So we got it in there. Last thing we're going to do is to take our crumb mixture and just sprinkle it on top. I like doing it with my hands. It just makes for an easier distribution to make sure I'm getting it where I want it. Try to start at the sides to begin with and then work my way in. Because it seems to me like when I make crumb cakes or stuff like this, it always, the outsides get neglected really easily, and I get more on the inside than I do the outside. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so here is what it looks like right now. You can see that. We'll give you a side view. See all those luscious blueberries? Let's go ahead and get this in the oven for at 350 for roughly, I think about right at 40 minutes. So here is the Amish blueberry cake out of the oven. Went ahead and cut a slice on it. Y'all, look at those blueberries. They're absolutely amazing. Kind of get you a side view of them. And yep, here it is, guys. It's absolutely amazing. It's more like a coffee cake, but it is so good. Some of the blueberries did sink. That's not a big deal because as long as it's got blueberries in it, hey, that's all that matters, right? So anyway, get you a better look. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for stopping by. God bless.